changed my mind's tied to the women's organization called Genuine, which I had learned housed in a building 3 lanes away from our apartment. On an impulse, I leapt off the sofa and in minutes I was out on the road. Soon I had located the organization. I passed through the open door into what I assumed was the main door of the NGO, a small room with wooden windows. An elderly woman poised at the table looked up at me inquiringly. I opened up to her. Could I be of any help at the center? It's extremely nice of you to offer your services, dear, but at this moment, I can't think of anything. Leave your number behind anyway, she said politely. Something may come up. I returned home with 3 packets of meaty coffee. Confused, perturbed. Every place seemed to function ideally without my intervention. What could I do then with the energy and goodwill bubbling within me? If I dismissed my 2 domestics and personally executed every household chore, then I'd exhaust my physical energy but would still be thirsting inside. I had rejected invitations to join the kitty, believing I was meant for more than that. I was ready to put my energy to some good use, but the world did not seem to need it. Was that possible? There was wisdom in contouring a career for oneself before one time the not. I couldn't know if you were at that point.
Sorry, we can't hear. I'm sorry, we can't.
I returned home with 3 packets of meaty cocktails, confused, perturbed. Every place seemed to function ideally without my intervention. What could I do then with the energy and goodwill bubbling within me? If I dismissed my 2 domestics and personally executed every household chore, then I'd exhaust my physical energy but would still be thirsting inside. I had rejected invitations to join kitties, believing I was meant for more important things. I was ready to put my energy to some good use, but the world did not seem to need it. Was that possible? There was wisdom in contouring a career for oneself before one time or not. I mused with regret that. A new idea occurred to me. I nudged women who were sleeping outside, giving sound. Women, listen. I wish to work for our company. There must be some work I could do at our main office. You don't need to do any work, my dear, women slur. But I wish to. I feel useless. For an answer, he stretched out his arm and laid it on my hip, pulling me to himself. His company was performing well. He had proved a point to his father. He was happy. He had found his fulfillment in his reborn company. But he was not enough for me. His love was not enough for me. I acknowledged to myself again. I needed something more. I needed a child. That was the bottom line. But did I really have a strong maternal urge? And what was this maternal urge? I questioned myself. It was certainly not like hunger, a compulsive pointed poke from inside. It was not even like the sexual urge, that sharp contraction in your deepest secret being and that peculiar sensation of dissolving of limbs melting. The urge to bear seemed to have no physical corollary. Then was there really something like a maternal urge? Was it that it woke up, clamored and set up a ruckus within a woman once she conceived and her baby began to grow inside? Or was it the maternal urge was simply a craving derived from the environment, a desire to fulfill a social stereotype? In the dark, I wrote out the same answer as always. I wanted a child for the sake of women, for my own sake. A child I could work upon every day, thought by thought, move by move. Oh, what a joy that would be. Should I again seek out an infertility specialist? The thought possessed me again. I'd like to read one more paragraph, which is the last paragraph of the book. My favorite. And I'd like to end the reading with this paragraph. For the great truth is that while blood relations matter and have tenacity, there's something thicker than blood in this world. Something which has the power to create families and everything that's beautiful in our lives, and which really holds up this world. The human capacity to love can be trusted. That is what I have learned. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. There are more ladies, so this speaks about triumph of ladies. There are certain things in life which you I always believe that your first reaction to a person, to a situation, to a feeling is the truthful reaction. When we meet certain people, you like them or you don't like them. I always go by my first, some people call it gut level feeling, some people call it instinctive feeling, some people say that, oh, this is what. And then our mind manipulates it over a period of time, then say, no, it's not right to say the right thing, it's not. But actually the first feeling is the most important feeling. And I've dealt with my life on my first reactions, on my first feeling. So Munmun, when she met me many years back, she was a journalist in a magazine, and she had come to interview me. And there was a certain amount of earnestness in her, a certain amount of sincerity, and a certain amount of, like Hindi mein word bebapana. I went to a Hindi medium school, so I do not know how to translate that, but I'm sure everybody knows that. I believe in also one more theory, that there are certain relationships which are like a pause button on a tape recorder. You just have to press the pause button and it starts from where you left. She came to me, she did not even come to me this time, she just sent me a message. So she also did not say that I want you to come for the launch or I want you to launch that. She said it was her subtle way of another book. Second book, she did not come to me. I don't know your reasons, so because I'm just telling you the chronological order. When I read her first book, Hushed Voices, I read it as an actor and I thought it was great pieces of performances in them. In fact, I made our students perform on those various pieces. First one I asked for to launch her book. Second one, she did not come to me. Third one, she also did not invite me, just she sent me a message. But there is so much of joy to do certain things for people who you believe in that you don't have to be invited, you just want to put your stamp of conviction in your mind on them, and that's the biggest test of any relationship, whether you've met them or not. So Munmun, this is not for you, this is for myself. I have not read the book, so I should not pretend to sort of give you answers later on. I asked her what is the book about. I said, tell me in one line what is the book about. She went into you can't tell a novelist who has written about 120 pages and tell me in one line, 250 pages. So she almost wanted to kill me with an invincible knife, that how dare you ask me about, but I wanted to understand what is she trying to sort of say. She said, okay Anupam, it's about adoption. So it makes you, can you stop prompting me now? Let me speak. Maximum what will happen? I'll say wrong things. Isn't life also talking about wrong things? Why should we be so perfect? I'm not perfect. Your main character is not perfect. That girl is not perfect. That's why she is so believable. Okay, now I'll speak and you will not prompt me. So a few years back, 10, 12 years back, I discovered there is much more to life than just cinema and acting. And that's when I started working with mentally challenged children opposite my house, in a special school. There was a bus overturned on Juhu Beach, and everybody was passing by, as that happens in the city. And there were these children who were petrified, who were agitated. When you see these children, you look at them a little extra. So I picked them up and dropped them to the school, and that's how my association started with the school, because the Spanish nun, Sister Dolores, did not know who I was. She did not know that I was an actor, because she was busy with her work, etc. And she said, so what do you do? I said, I'm a speech teacher, which is the truth. I do speech therapy.
For more news and gossip, don't forget to subscribe to Bollywood Helpline.